Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome back to game number 3 in this series, Powlok versus Toxi, as we now see Powlok spawning as the human player once more. This is going to be on Rift Valley, and I got to admit I have never ever seen this map. This was taken from RoC Arena. I don't think their website is actually updated in quite some time. I thought this was going to be a flying sheep, but no, it is a vulture. Oh, how cute. I know my daughter would love seeing a flying vulture. Well, maybe a flying sheep would be a little bit more interesting. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down here. Powlok actually spawning as human this time, so going to be very, very similar to what we saw in game number 1, but game number 1 taking place on Lost Temple. Alright, from out here, it looks as though there are two relatively easy creep camps that are kind of far away. There's a Murloc Huntsman off over here, and a creep camp, and then a 3-3-3 creep camp here. None of these will get you to level 2 by themselves. There are some a very easy mercenary camp here, only 3 Ogre Warriors. We'll have to see what you actually creep here, or what is the start here, as there is also another relatively easy creep camp there, and then there's also a fountain of mana, fountain of mana off in the corner. Okay, so the center. All right, this is kind of confusing. All right, so the green creep camp here, there's a fountain of mana on the opposite corners here and here, and got lost on the temple. Me too. Alright, so the players playing, I guess maybe I'm casting these games out of order. That is the reason why. They're talking about the Lost Temple game, which I casted as game number 1, and then this might actually be 2. So we don't necessarily know the victor of this particular match if you guys are thinking that it's a best of 3 series. Now, Militia, now running off to the north here, gonna find another heavy red creep camp. I'm just trying to learn all of the ins and out of this particular map. There seems to be a lot of just room to maneuver and creep, and it almost looks like a reverse Lost Temple, and there is a very, very powerful fountain of health in the center that's actually a red creep camp with 2 Null Overseers. So this might just be a souped up version of Lost Temple as well. Militia now quickly making their way off over here into the corner, trying to finish off this Goblin Laboratory creep camp. You can see Archmage is in position, Forest Troll Berserker, Forest Troll High Priest. Really should be focusing down that Forest Troll High Priest first to make sure that it doesn't get off another Inner Fire onto any of the other units. Oh, nope. It looks like the Forest Troll Berserkers are going to fall, and the Archmage should be able to get to level 2 here as he now aggroes the creeps from the other side. Powlok perhaps having a lot of experience on this particular map. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter heading off to the north, gonna try and clear out this particular creep camp as well. You see there is one peasant down across here. Ancient of War did do some Ancient of War creeping, hence the absorbed damage once more. Toxi, we'll see how successful he is at using Night Elf once more, as we may see a detonation. No detonation there, as the Archmage will get to level 3 after clearing out this Ogre Warrior creep camp. Level 3 on the Archmage here, looking very, very strong. Rather high mana already. Very high level heroes, as we are now going to be heading off to the 3 o'clock location. We can see a scout tower now being built. All right, are we going to perhaps be looking at a lumber mill tower rush? That is going to be extremely interesting, as we are looking at the scout towers taking a little bit of damage. All right, this one peasant now trying to run all the way back, as the archer now going to be forced to retreat here. Demon Hunter going to come in with a mana burn. There is a 50-point mana burn, enough to stop one water elemental. One water elemental could have been the difference between victory and defeat here, as that water elemental is, well, rather strong at this stage. All right, Archer's now trying to fight back here. Footman, Militia now being added. This one, Demon Hunter, Footman, where is it going? Ends up giving level 3 to the Demon Hunter for a full 100-point mana burn, and this is not looking good. Guard tower currently being constructed, or upgraded, as well as the Demon Hunter now needs to try and run away. Militia now being pulled over. No more Militia. No, only a Footman now making its way over, as well as the Archmage trying to outrun that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter really perhaps getting a little bit of a lucky break, getting that mana burn off before the Archmage realized that it could have cast a water elemental earlier. All right, peasants now trying to speed build this scout tower here, but I do not believe Toxi is going to fall prey to this tower rush. Just simply not enough units here. The archers with that piercing damage. Demon Hunter already sitting at level 3. Archers gonna be able to finish things off here fairly quickly, and yeah, this is not looking good at all. Powlok losing another Footman there, as we are looking at, well, people already leaving the game. Perhaps knowing what is going to happen already. A couple of peasants down across over here going to get taken out. Demon Hunter could have gone for more peasants here to try and finish things off. As you can see, there is, well, one footman trying to run all the way back home. Archmage heading back to the center. Fountain of Health. And it really looks like the human player unable to keep any of his footmen alive. No arcane vaults, no scroll of healing. Yeah, Powlok not looking that strong here as he now looks to try and clear out this corner creep camp. A 4-4-3-2 creep camp here. And perhaps set up an expansion for the long-term game. A footman going to be running across through the center. Oh, going to turn around and it is going to end up getting pelted to death by arrows. As the Demon Hunter does not get any experience. All right, so no infinite experience range in Reign of Chaos. Good to know for my future casts of this particular cup. Forest Troll Berserker now taking out Archmage. Gonna go ahead and finish things off here. Pick up a Ring of Protection. Gonna be just shy of level 4. Meanwhile, back down to the south here. We are upgrading the keep, but the archers are going to be able to lob those arrows over those buildings fairly easily, and it's completely wide open on one side. Demon Hunter going to be rushing along inside here. Footman trying to make its way back out. Not really going to have to worry as the archers can just hold position in this location and really finish off many of these peasants. The peasants are not going to be able to mine any gold right now as the Demon Hunter going to be rushing along inside here. All right, going after those units. There goes another peasant. Another peasant could get taken down. We are looking at a speed building expansion as the footmen are now rushing their way through. Keeper of the Grove going to come across and start entangling units. And yeah, this is going to be the beginning of the end. Demon Hunter, even if he does get into a sticky situation deep inside the base, he knows for a fact that he has a Scroll of Town portal in order to get out of there. Archers are just lobbing those arrows far too effectively. Keeper of the Grove can entangle any units as well, as the Keeper of the Grove could have just turned around and then started engaging against at least some of those units here. Demon Hunter, perhaps wishing that he actually had immolation right now in order to finish off some things, as the Demon Hunter now slips through once more. Keeper of the Grove joining up with the Demon Hunter again. Demon Hunter may try and mana burn. There you go, as we now going to see a little bit more engaging once more. Footmen all falling down. No defend on those footmen. I know it doesn't reflect back damage, but it would at least be fairly helpful in this matchup here. So many archers, no defend on the footmen. As Powlok now making his way back inside the space. Keeper of the Grove comes across, gets an entangle off, has enough for another 2 entangles. Goblin Zeppelin from Toxi. We may see some crazy, drops the Demon Hunter into play once more, causing problems. Gonna lift back up and perhaps drop back down, and that Demon Hunter is just absolutely annoying at this stage in the game. As you can see, footmen are falling all over the place. Beautiful Goblin Zeppelin micro just for threat purposes as the Archmage trying to attack some units, unable to decide on what to attack as the Keeper of the Grove gets the entangle off, only to see, well, Scroll of Town portal. Archmage will not die as Powlok leaves the game. Toxi takes this series 3-0 in a best of 5. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.